Hi Billie, welcome to the Energy Startalk. So I had the very much honor to pre-listen to your album, which will release on 29th of March. Yeah, and it's incredibly crazy, so good stuff, really nice.
Thank you.
Would you like to tell a little about the new music? Like, what is the red line behind this album for you?
It's basically a bad dream. So the whole album is like, or a good dream. It's kind of just the idea of like a very intense dream / sleep paralysis, night terror, whatever. It's always been like a big part of my life. You know, I have a lot of like, I've been having like a lot of sleep paralysis, and like I've always had night terrors and like nightmares, and it's just such a weird thing that you can't describe. And you know, when we all fall asleep, where do we go? It's just like nobody has an answer for that. Nobody. Not like, I feel like someone's gonna come up with a BS answer that's like, oh, well, it's your brain stems. I don't care, you don't know. You really don't know, you know? Nobody knows. Whether or not there's a logical explanation, there isn't one. But the music is kind of up for interpretation, I feel like, you know?
Absolutely. This is a funny thing because the first thing that comes into my mind when I was hearing it was like, yeah, it's all a dream. It sounds like a dream at all. This is all this, you know, like this vocals, like all this, like, you know, this very sound and quiet vocals and this maybe pretty dirty bass lines on it is really a wonderful piece of music. So you just said that sleeping has always been an issue and kind of problem stuff for you. How is this going on this, I saw it outside on this tour bus kind of situation. You have to live in there, you have to sleep in there, maybe together with a bunch of people you may know very well, but it's not the most comfy situation I can imagine for people who are... Yeah.
To be honest, I kind of like sleeping in the bus more than anywhere else. I don't know, I think it's because it's my bunk, right? It's like this wide. And then, you know, as long as my body is long. And then the roof is like right there. And the walls are right here. And you're in there, it's like a coffin. But for some reason, like I have this thing, I like to be in small spaces, like it's comfortable for me. Yeah, it's so weird. But it is like, I like a lot of heavy weight on me. My mom is the same way. She doesn't like to be like stuck in places, but we both like heavy, you know, laying there with like a big heavy thing on us, or, you know, just, I like to be kind of stuck. Not stuck, but squished, I guess. And also like when the bus is moving, it's a lot of like rocking back and forth, and somehow it kind of like rocks you to sleep. I don't know. I like it. And also like another part of, even it has to do with the album as well, which is just like, you know, bury a friend is from the point of view of the monster under your bed, and I'm the monster. And it's also like, I'm my own worst enemy, so I'm my own monster, but I'm also other people's monster, but they're also my monster. So it's like a whole, again, up for interpretation type thing. But I don't know, I have all these weird fears that shouldn't be my fears. Like the reason I think about all that stuff, and I think the reason I've had so many nightmares and night terrors and stuff for my whole life, is that I've always been kind of spooked by like the dark. Like I'm not afraid of like anything I should be afraid of, and then I'm like afraid of the dark, like a child. And you know, I feel like when I'm in my room, in my house, in my big like open space, it's scarier to me than being in a tiny little space, because nothing can get to you if you're in a tiny space. You know, if you're in a big room, an open room, it's like there could be anything there in the dark, and you have no idea because it's dark.
Do you have a favorite track? I guess this is a hard question to ask, because you just said this is a completely piece where every single track fits together in the whole big thing, at least. Do you have one thing where you were saying, wow, this is, if I had to choose one, I would do this one forever?
I feel like if I had to choose, it'd probably be Bury a Friend. Damn, I really don't know. Bury a Friend or Zanny. But damn, I don't know though. I Love You is like also one of my favorite songs I've ever written in my life. So is Listen Before I Go. And Ilo Milo.
So I guess there won't be any private things to do in Berlin, because I guess you will be on the bus then after the show and going to Hamburg tomorrow. Okay.
There's the only thing which I wasn't even awake for was there's this place, I don't know what it's called, what it is, why it exists, but it's fire. It's just like, it's literally just like a grocery store in Berlin somewhere. And every time we've come, we like, I don't know how we found it. We like stumbled upon it one time, and it's just like, I don't know if it's all vegan. I think it's all vegan. It's called Vegans.
Vegans, yeah.
But it's this
vegans.
Vegans.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
They have milk chocolate there that tastes like milk chocolate. See, dude, I grew up like not at all vegan at all. I mean, I was vegetarian, but I was eating tons of cheese. I was drinking milk, and I was, eating chocolate and cake and ice cream, and all. It was my favorite thing. Growing up was my favorite thing. And then of course, my dumbass was like, I'm gonna go vegan, which I am. So I'm vegan. I'm gluten-free. Miserable. I am miserable. I love food, and I can't eat it anymore. But the thing is that I used to eat so much like milk chocolate. I used to actually do a thing when I was younger where I'd just take 4 chunks of milk chocolate and put them in a bowl, microwave them, so they were all melted, and I would just eat that like by itself, like melted milk chocolate. And when I went vegan, I couldn't do that anymore, and I hate dark chocolate. And I've never found a vegan milk chocolate that's like good. But at this place,